She gave up all her romantic memories, then just to save her dying lover. But the blood was just a hologram. He used her love to buy a ticket to the Ark. She forgot his name. She forgot her love. But her heart only remembers one urge: kill him.
Act 3. The Ring in the Broken Place. Year 3590. 12 p.m. sharp. The Martian Emerging Port. The sky tore open. The entire sky dome was covered by a blood-red geometric grid, and gravity pressed down in layers like an invisible tsunami.
The distant port was collapsing. Massive cargo towers were violently snapped in half. Steel, ice sheets, and ship wreckage plummeted from high above. The sirens wailed so hard they made ears bleed. Leya knelt on the broken ice. Before her lay Jace, collapsed in a pool of blood. His lower body was almost entirely gone, leaving only a blur of flesh and shattered bone, crushed completely out of human shape by the gravitational tide. Blood was slowly spreading across the icy surface. Leya! Jace gasped with great difficulty, his voice faint and broken, trembling. He pulled a ring from his chest pocket that it was just a cheap rough piece made from discarded titanium alloy. Its edges were so sharp they could cut hands, yet he held it as if it were the most precious treasure. I wanted to give this to you later. He smiled faintly, his lips covered in blood. I don't think I can make it till then. So, marry me. Leya froze. The blizzard howled into the shattered port. She looked at the blood-stained ring, her breathing starting to tremble violently. It felt as if something had exploded in her ears. She and Jace had known each other for 4 years, smuggling together, scavenging scraps together, evading the patrol squads together. At their poorest, they even shared half a piece of moldy bread. She had always believed they would live like this for the rest of their lives. Don't die. Leya's voice was incredibly raspy. She suddenly stood up, rushing toward the black market terminal like crazy. Save him. Please save him. Behind the trading table, a 2-meter-tall Alpha Federation broker looked down at her. A cold, electronic voice slowly vibrated. High-value emotional memory detected. Target content: romantic memories. Rating S-class. The light screen expanded, and countless holographic frames floated in midair. The sun set over the junkyard. The kiss on the abandoned fiber optic tower. Jace's hand wrapping her wounds. The two of them keeping each other warm in the blizzard. Those memories were so warm they were blinding. The broker spoke calmly. An alien buyer has placed a bid. Upon completion of the transaction, you will receive 1 billion light crystal splinter coins. Leya was stunned. What the hell do I need money for? She was on the verge of a total breakdown. I want to save him. Right at that moment, Jace's painful gasps came from behind. Leya! The black market has a light energy reconstruction device. As long as there is money, I think I can live. His voice began to shake, as if he couldn't hold on for another second. Please trade it. Leya stood frozen, her body turning cold. The countdown timer was ticking away. 5, 4. She looked at those memories, the things she cherished most in the world. If she sold them, she might never remember why she loved this person again. But if she didn't, Jace would die. In the final 3 seconds, Leya closed her eyes and tears finally crashed down. I'll trade. The broker confirmed. Transaction established. In the next second, numerous neural probes violently stabbed into her brain. Ah! An excruciating pain instantly tore her consciousness apart. Massive amounts of memories were forcefully gouged out. She saw herself meeting Jace for the first time. Saw the two of them running on the abandoned tracks. Saw him smiling as he placed a cheap pair of headphones on her ears. Those images began to shatter one by one, like photographs consumed by fire. Don't! Leya curled up on the ground, the pain making it almost impossible to breathe. Don't take them away. However, the extraction did not stop. The data on the light screen flashed rapidly. Emotional integrity, 8837. Transaction completed. Account balance updated, 1 billion. The exact moment the last shred of memory vanished, Leya suddenly went completely quiet. She knelt in the broken ice, breathing heavily, cold sweat dripping from her chin. And in the very next second, Jace, who was just lying in a pool of blood, suddenly stood right up. Leya was stunned. Jace looked down, casually brushing the blood off his clothes. The shattered flesh and blood flickered a few times like a glitching signal, then vanished entirely. That wasn't a wound at all. It was just a holographic disguise. He didn't even look at Leya. Instead, he dashed straight to the trading terminal, frantically transferring the 1 billion light crystal coins into his private account. Ha 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 ha. I did it. His eyes flared with manic ecstasy. I can finally get onto the Ark. Leya stared at him blankly, her mind a total void. Jace turned to run. As he passed her, he even spat with utter disdain on the cheap ring that Leya was still holding tightly despite the agonizing pain. Thanks, Leya. He looked back and laughed. That smile was terrifyingly foreign. Your love was worth a fortune. But now that you're worthless, just stay on this garbage planet and rot. In the distance, the blood-red grid completely descended. The entire port began to rupture and collapse. Boom! The ice sheets caved in and fire surged into the sky. Yet Leya just sat quietly in the center of the breaking ice, remaining still for a long time. She looked down at the ring. A strange sensation of emptiness washed over her chest. Like something was missing, but she couldn't remember what it was. Strange. She spoke softly. Why do I? She lifted her head, looking at the distant silhouette of Jace running away. Her eyes were terrifyingly blank. Want to kill him so badly? In the next second, massive amounts of unfamiliar information began to flood her brain. Gravitational trajectories, skeletal structures, muscle pressure points. The world suddenly became abnormally crystal clear. Felt as if she wanted to. She could easily crush anyone's body into dust. The alarms blared once again. Gravitational collapse zone forming. Martian outer orbit blind zone detected. Leya slowly stood up. She wiped away her tears, and then stepped onto her modified anti-gravity board. The wild wind whipped her messy short hair as the fire raged behind her. She took one last look at the collapsing port. Then she slammed straight into the violent storm, like a black meteor flying right against the edge of death. 3 broken souls about to collide in the Martian blind zone. Is this salvation or total destruction? Subscribe now and let's break through this matrix together.